My name is DJ Rabe. I pastor the House Ministries Center in Snohomish, Washington. We want to make sure that we are, number one, holding religious freedom as the highest priority. And so anything that we can do to keep that healthy separation.
I'm assuming there was a point when you realized that you better be set up a certain way if you wanted to answer this call.
As a young 20-something with the call of God, I just did what everybody else did and hired an attorney, paid $2,500, and got a beautiful binder with bylaws and all this legal mumbo jumbo, and had my 501c3 tax exempt status as a church, and away we went. So honestly, I never really even paid any attention. But then I started to look at, I got out that beautiful binder and started to read it and then research some things online. For me, it was like, wow, I didn't realize that I had done this. So what if there was some sort of an issue where, the state or the county was trying to shut us down? I probably just searched the internet. I decided to reach out just as another level of protection, really. I could just make that switch and from 501c3 to 508c1a. I know enough about it, to encourage others if they are to start a brand new ministry, or whether it's be a church or a nonprofit or whatever. And I encourage them to consider the 508c1a rather than the 501c3, because I'm telling you, I contacted my attorneys, this firm that did our initial paperwork for our church, and they didn't know much about the 508c1a. They didn't have any information about it. Like, they say, well, we got to get back to you and all this type of stuff. And so it seems like from the highest to the lowest of legal firms, there's a deep ignorance of what you would think that they would be very astute. It was really simple. I mean, called and I think had a couple conversations, submitted some things via email, paid a nominal fee, and then in short order, had our 508c1a, because even in that industry, CPAs, banking, attorneys, but for me, it's been hard to find that trinity or that trio of people that even halfway know what a 508c1a is. We want to have all the legal parameters in place that we can. Think about it, our whole country was founded upon religious freedom, and so if we don't have that, we don't have nothing. Yeah, so I'm thankful for having found you guys, and so I'm saying, hey, I understand what you're dealing with. Why don't you call Helping Hands and see if they can help you.
That is the exact message we want to make sure gets out, is that it isn't complicated and difficult. In fact, we just handle it for you. You're right, it's easy. It's a phone call, and people don't realize when they call, they get a hold of Dan, and he is our founder. He's been doing this for so many years. You know what it's like when you get called to something and it's your passion. Once God activates you, and that's Dan in this arena. He realized not only do ministries need to be protected, and they have no idea. They think, as you did, they went and filled out the right documents. You would be shocked how few people in these industries have any clue about a 508c1a. They are very unfamiliar. Like, how do we make this as easy as possible? How do you know that you're getting a person that's going to speak to you? When God gives us a calling in life, we forget how important it is for us to steward and have experts that help us make sure that we are on a solid foundation, that we are building on a rock, so that, because there will be storms. It will happen. And especially in today's day and age, there will be things that come up against. And if you are not built on a solid foundation and on that rock, then you will get swept away. And just because of a few letters and numbers, literally. It's just this tiny little nuance, like you said, when you opened up that binder and you realized, oh my goodness. At the time, you probably were juggling a lot of things. You know, this is not your forte. You kind of went and did whatever seemed like the most obvious path. We went and built a team. Can't even imagine how much research has been done, years and years, and every single year, because it changes, right? The laws shift and nuances shift. So our team is constantly updating them. So, and it is a team of experts of, accountants and attorneys and people that we've helped through some of these court cases as well. Even though it was already set up, you made that decision to call Helping Hands Outreach and just flip a switch and say, hey, get us over to the right setup so we're protected, because we don't want to be silenced and we don't want to have to close our doors. We don't want to have to be managed by outside forces. We provide this safe place for people to ask questions and to get the information they need and to not be bogged down with it. I know that sometimes the best part of a service is that you don't have to know everything, and you can trust that the attorneys and the accountants and CPAs and people that are involved, they know their stuff and they know this sandbox well. And so yes, that's why we just feel like if people would just be willing to make that quick phone call, they would be shocked at how simple it is to just follow a few steps that we will provide, that Dan will make very clear so that it doesn't have to be so overwhelming. The reason Dan does this is because he wants to protect the calling that God puts on other people's lives. That's his calling, to protect your calling. Let's take the mystery out of this. Let's dispel the enemy, all of his lies. I think we don't pick up a phone because we are afraid that we will sound like we don't know what we're talking about to such a degree that maybe the person on the other end won't be able to help us. I know that sounds funny, but I don't know if you've ever felt like that, where you're like, I don't even know what I'm asking for here, so how is somebody else going to help me? It is really that simple. It really is that affordable. It really is so much less complicated than these other avenues, and so much less expensive than trying to find an accountant or attorney or banking systems that understand this stuff and, quite frankly, even have your interest in mind at all. So I think that's kind of our feeling is, we feel like if people just really understood it, it would be a no-brainer. They would pick up a phone. But what they also don't understand is that by making that phone call, the level of protection that they will have in every area regarding their ministry. My people perish for a lack of knowledge.